Hello guys, I welcome you all in today's presentation wherein we are going to talk about one of the important aspect of project management, that is project quality management. So the agenda for the day is uh, we are going to make you aware about one of the most important aspect of project management. Today we are going to talk about following, starting from what is project quality management. Then we'll look into the quality management overview and quality management processes, and further we'll conclude. Now, what is quality management? Basically, out of 10 knowledge areas and 49 processes mentioned in PMBOK 6, the quality management is considered to be very important knowledge area. Failing in this aspect of project management mostly leads to project failure. If it is primarily because of this quality management, it's a huge setback. Let us suppose any organization is delivering some type of product or services. If it fails to meet the standard of customers' requirement, then there will be definitely a some sort of repercussions to it. It might face rejections. Hence, as a result, there will not only be losses in terms of economical, but also the reputation of organization will sink. So overall, it's very important to work on the quality of the product or services we are trying to deliver. With reference to the PMBOK 6, we can define quality management as one of the processes of ensuring that the product or services meets the need it was originally created for. It could be either the product or services. It is our firm responsibility to ensure that the product or service should be fit for use, should fulfill the intended purpose and customers' requirement. Quality management also ensures that the design, planning, and implementation of a project are effective or efficient. So, uh, quality is always at the uh, management constraint, quality management constraint triangle, if we talk about it. So, basically, uh, while considering the scope, time, and cost of a project management, we must always follow. We must always focus on the quality and make sure that it is not compromised. Coming to the next, if we talk about project quality management, so there are basically five processes to it, starting from verification, precision, accuracy, tolerance, and lastly validation. Now let's dig deeper into it. If we talk about the continuous verification process, so if we talk about these five processes, continuous verification or simply verification is very important for quality concerns. So it should always be our priority to look into the data gathered from the customers and verify it, and think like, are we really incorporating those requirements while designing our coding, or while designing or coding or testing, or it can be deploying the project. If we talk about accuracy and precision, so by definition, accuracy refers to how close a measurement is to the true or accepted values, whereas precision refers to how close measurement of the same items are to each other. Now, next is tolerance. So basically, by using control charts, we set the tolerance limit, wherein we set upper and lower limits of specifications, and the product and services are, which we are providing, it must be within the specified limit. Above tolerance limit, there may be chance of refusal. Now, the last is validation. Validation and verification is the integral part of maintaining quality while we are working on any project. For instance, if we are working on any project, so whatever the requirement that customers has given us, once we build that feature, we need to make sure that the feature is validated as per the acceptance criteria given by the customer. Now, talking further, project quality management overview. So, on overall perspective, I would say the trends and emerging practices nowadays, which are accepted by the organizations, and the first step here is the customer satisfaction. So, while designing any product or services, we must have our intention to satisfy the customer's need always. So basically, how do we do that? To look into the data, which are in the form of customers' feedback, and we also always encourage customer to send us feedback about our product or services. To analyze the data, after analyzing the data, we can get a greater insight where we are lagging into maintaining the quality of the product or services. The second thing is continual improvement. It's basically adding agility to the management. Basically, on daily basis, after getting the inputs from our stakeholder, we need to look at where we are lagging, where the quality or standard of the product or services are not matching, or they are not up to the point. Then the next is management responsibility. Basically, I would say here it is not only the sole responsibility of management to look into the products quality or anything. It is basically the responsibility of every individual, every stakeholder involved in designing or some sort of activity related to the product or services. Uh, uh, if we talk about the mutually beneficial partnership with suppliers, we should never ever interpret supplier as just a supplier. We should think like they are partners, or they are the important, or you can say key stakeholder, so that by taking input from them, we can always maintain a good relationship, or we can always look into the quality improvement of our product or services. Further, tailoring consideration. So tailoring consideration basically has to talk about the compliances with the policy and regulations. Let us consider we are providing some sort of services which are not meeting the policies or regulations made by some organization or the government. So while ensuring the quality of the product, we should always focus on the compliances with the policies and regulations. Then further, standard and regulatory compliances. So there are almost all the products or services, they have some set of standard. So while designing or while delivering the product or services, we should always keep in mind that are we meeting the standard which are already there? Are we going below that standard, or we are moving, like we are way ahead of that standard? Being ahead of that standard will add on the value to our product or services, but becoming like going below that standard will always cause quality issues. Further, continuous improvement. Having said that, continuous improvement means adding agility to the product. It can be maintained using simple Kanban board or lean methodology. There are Six Sigma and a lot of methodologies are there. So basically, what do we do here, and what is our intention? What should be our intention while thinking about continuous improvement is, if there is any sort of scope to improve in the quality of the product, we should always consider it. Then the stakeholder engagement. While considering this factor, stakeholder engagement, we mean by it is the stakeholder should be involved in each and every step of the project, so that they can give us input about the quality, or we can gather data from them, and we can further analyze it to enhance or for the betterment of the uh, product or services. Further, quality management processes. So there are three main processes of quality management. Basically, first one is plan quality management, manage quality and control quality. Plan, manage, and control. Talking about planning, so the plan quality management consists of process of identifying quality requirements and the required standard for the project and its deliverables. It provides guidance and directions on how quality will be managed and verified throughout the project. Further, manage quality. Process of translating the quality management plan into executable quality activities. It helps to incorporate the organization's quality policies into the project. It increases the profitability of probability of meeting the quality objective as well as the standard meeting the standard of the project. Further, control quality management. Process of monitoring and recording results gained after executing the quality management activities. It is basically it helps us to access performance and ensure the project output. Uh, uh, I mean, they are like up to the point or not. They are meeting the customer's expectation or not. So basically, it verifies that project deliverables and works meet the requirement specified by key stakeholders, or they are uh, within the acceptance criteria or not. Further, plan quality management. So if we talk about quality management planning, the second aspect of it, so it is basically starts from input, then tools and techniques and outcomes. If we talk about inputs, so inputs are in the form of project charter, project management plan, project documents, and organizational process assets, enterprise environmental factors. Talking about tools and techniques, so experts judgment, data gathering, data analysis, decision making, and data representation for visualization. Further, if we talk about outcomes, what are the outcomes of planning? So basically, it is quality management plan. We get sort of quality metrics, project management plans updates, and project document updates. Further, manage quality. So the third aspect is to manage quality. So we happen to manage quality by providing some inputs such as project management plan, project documents, example exemption logs or traceability matrix, and lastly the organizational processes assets are there. Further, the tools and techniques we use for manage quality is data gathering, data analysis, audits, decision making, decision for excellence, data representation, problem solving skills, and quality improvement methods. The outcomes of managed quality is it could be quality reports and test and evaluation documents, changes request, and project document updates, project management plan update. Further, control quality management. Quality management has the following aspects in the form of inputs that are project management plan, project documents, approved change request, deliverables, work performance data, enterprise environment factors, organizational process assets, tools and techniques which we use in control quality management. So they are again the data gathering, data analysis, inspections, data representation, and meetings. Further, the outcomes of control quality management are quality control measurements, verified deliverables, work performance informations, change request, project management plan updates, and project document updates. So, uh, I think you have some idea about the project quality management and how it impacts the overall performance of the project. So, thanks for listening. Thank you so much.